Here we go. Hey there everybody, it's a nasty one here again, and welcome back to the next episode of the Buzzards franchise here in year number 4. Last episode, our bullpen woes continued as we choked another one away, losing a close pitcher's duel to the B-Wolves 2-1, despite 7 quality shutout innings from our ace, Jude Hokie. Once again, the bullpen lets us down, and we're now on a 2-game losing streak. With that, we come in at 2-3 to today's episode against the Wide Loads, who come in at 4-1 in a share for the division lead. On the mound for us will be P.J. Andrews, the 4-year vet, 1-0 with a 0 ERA and an 0.71 whip. And on the mound for the Wide Loads, it is a revenge game for their starter. That is Mr. Manuel East. He is 1-0 with a 1.17 ERA and an 0.91 whip. He will be facing us in his second year. Won his first start this year. Let's see how he does here. Lineup for today's game looks like this. Buck Swiner will lead us off in left field. Following him is rookie first baseman Aaliyah Butcher. Spool Worrymore once again bats in the third slot out in right field. Cardenas down to the 4th slot at second base. She is tense. Batting 5th at third base is rookie Miriam Doherty. Batting 6th, rookie center fielder Alfia Winkleson. Batting 7th is the veteran shortstop Ian Fielder. Batting 8th is the catcher Samuel Perez, getting the start over rookie Bern Oliver to give him a day off. And batting 9th is the pitcher P.J. Andrews. Let's get it on. Taking on the Wide Loads, who are bouncing back from their horrible year last year when they missed the playoffs, finishing at 7-9. They have started out hot this year, 4-1, and are currently tied for first place in their division with the Grapplers. Looking really strong here to begin the season. They're beefed up their offense considerably. Their speed and defense also are a very good combination. Pitching is about average across the board in the bullpen and the rotation, but if you got a great offense, sometimes you don't need great pitching. Alrighty, Swiner, Butcher, and Worrymore will face the second-year pitcher Manuel East here in the first inning. Swiner will lead us off, left fielder hitting .300 on the year with 2 RBIs, as we'll take a peek here at Manuel East's numbers on the season. Second-year pitcher won his first start this year. He pitched 7 2/3 inning in that start, a 1.17 ERA and an 0.91 whip. He gave up 1 earned run on 5 hits, 2 walks, and he struck out 4 batters, giving him a batting average against a 179. East is looking really good here, and this is a revenge game for him. We released him in right before the playoffs for Javita Pulo, who actually was coincidentally on the Wide Loads last season, so that's full circle right there. East was then picked up in free agency by the Wide Loads, who decided to spend their money on batting and defense rather than pitching, per se. Ball 1 high on the heater. Heater inside, 2-0 to Swiner. And the third pitch is popped up the shallow left center field. Out for it is the shortstop. And making the catch is Kasha Emin, the veteran, 1 down. Next up is rookie first baseman Aaliyah Butcher, hitting .238 on the season with an RBI. Fastball inside from East misses, ball 1. Fastball middle in, turned on by Butcher into left field. That's going to hang up for Bambino, making the catch, 2 down. Next up is right fielder Spool Worrymore, hitting .235 with a homer and 3 RBIs on the season. Spool drove in her only run last game with an RBI single, as that fastball is up and away for a strike, going 1. Fastball in line to short. Emin makes the easy catch as it was right at her, and that is a 1-2-3 first inning for Manuel East. Bottom 1, Walls, Jumps, and Hobbs are due up here against veteran P.J. Andrews, getting his second start of the year as well. Hello, one boy. Hopefully you're doing well. Yes, it is not Lana Rhines, but if I do see her, I will kill her for you. You have my word. Oh, gee. No hard feeling, no love lost for her. Anyway, on the mound for us today is veteran P.J. Andrews. 4th-year man is 1-0. He has a 0 ERA and an 0.71 whip. Got the win in his first start of the year, throwing 7 shutout innings, giving up 4 hits, a walk, and he struck out 5 batters. En route to that victory, 1.60 average against for Andrews. On the mound for the Wide Loads, or at the plate, I should say, was right fielder, 3rd-year player Dante Walls. Following him is veteran second baseman Jeb Jumps, coming over from the hot corners. Batting 3rd, center fielder Wade Hobbs returns for his 4th season with the Wide Loads. After him, it is veteran left fielder Hovind Bambino. He is picked up in free agency from the Grapplers. He is locked in. Batting 5th is still their catcher Harmony Strauss. Batting 6th, picked up recently in free agency shortstop Kasha Emin from the Overdogs. Batting 7th, veteran third baseman Kira Nutmeg returns for her 2nd year with the Wide Loads. She is locked in. Batting 8th with her 2nd year with the Wide Loads, it is Fourth-year veteran first baseman Sage Spiesel, and batting ninth is the pitcher Manuel East. First pitch fastball inside from Andrews is fouled off. You finally get rid of her and the replacement doesn't do it. Oh man, I am so sorry to hear that. Don't worry, it'll all come back for you. Don't worry. It'll just take a few starts, that's all. Curveball outside for Walls on the check swing. He takes it 1-1. Two-seamer down and in. Ooh, in the dirt. Good hold on the swing. 2-1. Slider up high. Nowhere near the zone. 3-1. Fastball middle of the plate. Fouled off as Walls is late on the swing. Full count now as K-Man activates for Andrews. Ball away. Walls lines it to left center field. Winkelson going back in the gap. He'll dive. It's over his glove into the deepest part of the park. And that's going to be a triple for Dante Walls, who has great speed, as he'll be on third base here to start the game. Yes, that's all you can do. You can hope. Don't worry. That's kind of what I'm hoping with our bullpen. Batting second today is veteran second baseman Jeb Jumps. In his first year with the Wide Loads, he comes over from the hot corner, spending 3 years there. 214 average and 3 RBIs on the year for Jeb. Still a slow start for him, but he's looking to drive in his 4th run here on the season. Fastball in there at the knees from Andrews, 0-1. Curveball down and in. That's a block in the dirt. Good save by Perez. 1-1 the count. Two-seamer up and in is high. 2-1. And it was also a little bit inside as well. Fastball up and away. Liner down the left field shallow, and that is going to get the job done as it gets under Swiner's glove into the corners. He took a batter out. That'll be a double for Jumps instead of a single. It is 1-0 Wide Loads irregardless. Probably for the best, as Jumps does have stealer, and he probably would have stolen second base anyway with Perez behind the dish. Batting third today, center fielder Wade Hobbs in his 4th year here with the Wide Loads, one of their original starters, hitting .385. No homers or RBIs on the season yet for Hobbs. First pitch fastball up and away is lined to short. Fielder dives, makes the nice catch. Good job, Ian. 1 down. Batting 4th today is left fielder Hovind Bambino, who's locked in. First year with the Wide Loads here for Bambino. Released by the Grapplers last season, en route to them being eliminated from the playoffs as well. RBI man active for the veteran. He's hitting .429 with 3 homers, 8 RBIs. Nice bounce back year for Bambino, who struggled all of last year, which is a large part of why the Grapplers released him as well. Chases a curveball below the knees here on the first pitch, 0-1. Two-seamer up and in. That's chased high, 0-2. Bambino gassed up to try and bring in his teammate out there at second base. Fastball up and away. Chased it again, strike 3. First punch out for Andrews, 103 on the gun. 2 down in the inning, and that'll bring up the catcher Harmony Strauss. 4th year with the Wide Loads, another original member. Outside pitch active for her. She's hitting .286 on the year, also looking for her first RBI this season. First pitch slider up and in is fouled off by Strauss, 0-1. 4-seamer down and in is ripped hard at the line. That is just foul. Good call by the umpire. 0-2 the count as K-Man activates. 2-seamer up and in. Chased it, strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Andrews here to end the inning, as he only gives up the 1 run on 2 hits. To the second. We're down 1 already. Let's see if we can get in at Cardenas, Doherty, and Winkelson up against Manuel East.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 4.
Oh man, I'm so sorry to hear that. I know, yeah, PR rules, there's only, what, 5 innings or 6? I think it's 5, yeah. It's been a while since I've played. But damn, that is just bad luck. He gets shotgun and then he immediately squeaks one out over the center field wall. I hate it, especially when it's like the last out of the game. Oh, those are infuriating. I am so sorry, man. Oh, may the luck turn around for you. Leading off the inning for us will be Cardenas. Second baseman takes the curveball outside for ball 1. She is currently tense, hitting only a .158 on the year with an RBI. Not a hot start for Cardenas, coming off her Rookie of the Year campaign, as that fastball's in the dirt. 2-0 from East. Chased that one high, I think. 2-1. Curveball down in the way is low. 3-1. Composed activates here for East. Fastball down and in is popped up to short. This should be an easy catch for Emmond. 1 down.
Now batting,
And you were leading the entire game. That is insult to injury, my man. I am so sorry. Your pain is felt here in my heart. Batting fifth today, third baseman rookie Miriam Doherty. 300 average on the year for her. 1 homer, 3 RBIs. Doherty hitless last game as that fastball's inside. Ball 1. That one's also inside. 2-0. Slider middle in. Ripped down the right field line, but diving is Sage Spiesel to make a nice diving save. Good catch. 2 down, and that'll bring up center fielder outfield Winkelson. Rookie hitting .444 with 3 RBIs this year. Slider hangs at the knees for a strike. 0-1 as East is already locked in. Fastball's high, 1-1. Slider at the knees, grounded up the middle. Diving is Emmon to make the stop up the middle. She fires the first, just laid. Infield single for Winkelson, who beats it out. That keeps the inning alive here on our first hit of the game. Next up is shortstop Ian Fielder, hitting a .188. Slow start for Ian as well. Fourth-year vet looking to put something together here as he takes a fastball at the letters, 0-1. East no longer locked in as that slider breaks outside, 1-1. Slider at the knees, ripped foul by Fielder as he was just early on the swing, 1-2 the count. Curveball at the knees, Fielder gets under it, the skies at the center field. This should be an easy catch for Hobbs out there, and it is, and that ends the inning. Buzzards get their first hit, but do nothing with it. Bottom 2, Emmon, Nutmeg, and Spiegel do up. Leading off the inning for the Wideloads is veteran shortstop Kasha Emmon, signed from the Overdogs in free agency, .467 average with a homer and 2 RBIs on the year for Kasha. Curveball down in the way is fouled off, 0-1. Little early on the swing. Fastball high from Andrews is missing for ball 1. Slider at the knees, that's ripped into the hole past the diving Doherty, and that is a base hit. Emmon keeps her hot stick alive as she's on to lead off the inning. That'll bring up the third baseman veteran Kira Nutmeg, second year here with the Wideloads, hitting .438, 4 RBIs on the season as she is locked in as well. Pick off the first, nothing doing. Emmon always a threat to run, especially with the weak arm Perez behind the dish. Two-seamer down in the way is a strike call at the knees, 0-1. Pick off the first, nothing doing. Dribble down and in, that's grounded up the middle, past the diving Cardenas, that is a base hit. Winkelson gets it in. First and second now to start the inning for the Wideloads on back-to-back singles, and that'll bring up the first baseman Sage Spiesel. 8-hitter hitting .214 on the year with 2 homers, 4 RBIs. Second year here with the Wideloads out of 4. .214 outside pitch active for the first baseman. First fastball up is high for ball 1. Slider at the knees, chase, almost chase, check swing at the knees, 2-0, good take by Spiesel. Two-seamer up and in is ripped foul, 2-1 the count. Dribble down and in is inside from Andrews, 3-1. Fastball middle away, that is popped up into right field. Worrymore over a few steps to his right. He's under it. Arm is geared up. Here comes the runner going for third. Throw in is late. Good effort from Worrymore, but runner advances. Runners at the corners with 1 down for Manuel East. Will he try to bunt the run in? Let's find out. East hitless on the year so far. First pitch fastball is outside, and the bunt was pulled back by East. 1-0. Two-seamer up. Bunt is down on the third base side. No play at the plate. Doherty fires the first in time, and the sacrifice drives in the run. RBI for Manuel East. It is 2-0 Wideloads. Runner at second now for Dante Walls, who tripled in his first at-bat and scored a run. First pitch fastball down. Low, ball 1. Two-seamer down and in is inside. 2-0. Slider middle away. Line to first. Butcher there makes the shoestring catch, and that ends the inning. 1 run, though, on the sac bunt by East. 2-0 to the third. Perez, Andrews, and Swiner do up. They small ball and to win. Leading off the inning is catcher Samuel Perez, hitting .250 on the year. 2 RBIs on the season for the backstop. Getting the start over Bern Oliver today. Slider down and in for a strike. Oliver taking the day off to rest. Curveball's outside. It's quickly 0-2 here for East. Fastball at the knees. Chopped the short. Easy play for Kasha. 1 down. East locked in again, and that's going to bring up the pitcher P.J. Andrews, who was hitless in his first game. Still looking for his first hit of the season. Fastball away, and the first pitch is skied into right center field. Oh, easy play for Hobbs over in the gap. 2 down. And that is going to bring up left fielder Buck Swiner. He's 0 for 1 today. First pitch fastball is outside and low from East. Ball 1. Curveball down and away, caught the knees. Good pitch, good location. 1-1. Fastball down and in, turned on by Swiner and fouled off. 1-2 the count. Fastball away, lined up the middle on the ground. Nice diving stop by Emmon behind the bag, but it's going to be an infield single for Swiner, who beats the throw. Nice speed out of the leadoff spot, and that'll bring up Butcher, 0 for 1 today. Fork ball, and the first pitch from East is low. Ball 1, I think that's the first one he's thrown all day. Fastball middle in is inside, 2-0 to Butcher. Bad jumps act for Swiner at first, and no running for him. Slider down and in is a strike, 2-1. Fastball's low, 3-1. Composed activates for East. Fastball at the knees, hard grounder up the middle, and Butcher gets it through into center field to continue the inning. First and second now with 2 down. Next up is Worrymore, right fielder 0 for 1 today with a fly out. Let's see what Spool does with this at bat. Fastball way inside from East. This almost hits him. Ball 1. What the fuck was that? 1-1 the count. That's a strike at the knees, and Whiffer activates for Worrymore. 1-2. Fastball at the knees is fouled back. 1-2. Fastball up and in is chased. Dribbler to third on the high pop fly. Nutmeg to first, and that will end the inning as we head to the bottom of the third. 2-0. 2-0 still to score. Heart of the lineup coming up with the wide loads. Jumps, Hobbs, Bambino, and whoever bats 5th. I believe it's Strauss, if I remember correctly. Jumps leading off. He doubled in a run his first at bat and was stranded at second base. Fastball at the knees is low. Ball 1. Curveball at the knees. Grounded to short. Second, right at Cardenas. 1 down. Next up is Wade Hobbs. He's 0 for 1 today. Who had his first time up. 2-seamer at the knees. A strike. Going 1. Oh, no, he lined out the shortstop. That's right. Good, nice diving play by fielder. Curveball low. 1-1. Receiver up and away. Soft fly ball in the left center field. Winkelson over for it. He'll run it down. 2 down. Now he's going to bring up left fielder Hovind Bambino, who struck out swinging his first time up. He's 0 for 1. 2-seamer down away. Called a strike on the outer third. 0-1. Ball down and in. Bambino grounds it to second, right at Cardenas. And that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning. The first one today for P.J. Andrews. To the 4th, it's still 2-0. Cardenas, Doherty, and Winkelson do up. Leading off Cardenas, 0 for 1 today. Fastball up and in a strike, going 1. Fastball up and in, grounded to second, backhanded by Jumps, and that is an easy first out. Next up is Doherty, third baseman, 0 for 1 today. Slider's low, ball 1. Fastball middle in is a strike called, 1-1. Fastball middle in, grounded 1 hopper to Jumps. He makes the backhanded stop, 2 down. As East is now locked in again, and that'll bring up Winkelson, who had an infield single last time up. He's 1 for 1. Fastball away for a strike, going 1. Fastball up, blooper into right center field, shallow, out for Jumps. He'll run it down, and that's a 1-2-3 inning as Jumps makes all 3 outs. Bottom 4, it's 2-0. Strauss, Emmon, and Nutmeg do up. There's Strauss. She struck out swinging to end the first inning. She's 0 for 1 today. First pitch slider middle in is ripped foul behind the dish, 0-1. Fastball at the knees, fouled off, 0-2. G-man activates. 2-seamer up and in, breaking the bat, but fouled off as Strauss manages to stay alive. 0-2 pitch coming, curveball chased below the knees, dribbled to second. Cardenas charges, bare hands and fires, 1 down. Next up is Kasha Emmon. She's 1 for 1 today with the single. Fastball low, ball 1. Curveball down at the knees, grounded up the third base line. That is a fair ball into the corner as Emmons going to have her second hit today. She is 2 for 2. Next up is Nutmeg, who singled her first time up. She's also 1 for 1. First pitch two-seamer down and in is check swing strike called, 0-1. Slider up and away is outside and high, 1-1. Fastball up and in, chased it high, 1-2. Ball down, fouled off, still 1-2. Two-seamer down and in, fouled off. Nutmeg fights it away. Two-seamer up and away, fouled off again as Nutmeg stays alive. Slider up and in. That's turned on line to right field, but it's right at Worrymore for the second out. That'll bring up Speasel. She flew out to right field her first time up. She's 0 for 1. First pitch four-seamer down and in is a strike called, 0-1. Slider down in the weight, low in the dirt. Runner goes. Throw down by Perez is waylaid as Emmon has an easy stolen base. Cash's first stolen base attempt of the year. She is 1 for 1. 1-1 pitch coming to Speasel. Four-seamer up and in is high, 2-1. Slider middle in is ripped hard past the diving Doherty into left field. That is another base hit. Runners will be at the corners here for the pitcher, Manuel East. East had a sac bunt his first time up, driving in his first run of the game. His first run of the season, I should say. Second run of the game. First pitch two-seamer down the middle is fouled off, 0-1. Four-seamer up and away is outside and way high, 1-1. Slider down and in is turned on into right field, a base hit. And East has his first hit of the season as he drives in his second RBI of the game. It is 3-0 wide loads. Next up is Walls, 1 for 2 with the triple. Four-seamer down on the way is low for ball 1. Ball up and in. Sky down the left field line into foul territory. Swiner going over. Lays out and makes a nice catch as that ends the inning, and he avoids crashing his face into the fence. Good job, Buck. Love the enthusiasm. To the 5th, it's still 3-0 though as East gets his second RBI of the game. Fielder, Perez, and Andrews due up. Here's Ian Fielder, 0 for 1 today and currently tense. Fastball high from East, ball 1. Curveball hangs, and that's lined with the middle on the ground. Base hit for Ian Fielder. His first hit today. He's 1 for 2. First time the leadoff man's been on for us in an inning, and that'll bring up Samuel Perez. Catcher's 0 for 1 today. Grounded out his first time up. Slider middle in. That is a strike. Going 1. Fastball inside from East misses. 1-1. Fastball high, 2-1. Slider chased inside and popped up to third base. Nutmeg there, 1 down. He may have banged his head into the wall, but it's Swiner. He wasn't the brightest to begin with, so it's okay. Next up is Andrews, 0 for 1 today. Curveball hangs, lined into right field, and that's his first hit of the season as Andrews chips in a single. First and second with 1 down. And that'll bring up the man who probably has a concussion right now, Buck Swiner, who singled last time up and dove his face into the wall last inning. He's 1 for 2. But he did make the catch, and that's what matters. Slider up and away is a ball high, 1-0. Curveball's outside, 2-0. Geared up and chased the fastball high, 2-1. Fastball middle in, lined into left field. A base hit for Swiner. His second hit today. He's 2 for 3. Bases loaded now for the Buzzards as East is no longer locked in. Next up is rookie Aaliyah Butcher. She singled her last time up. She's 1 for 2. Big RBI spot for the rookie. Can she come through? Get us back in the game. Fastball low from East. Ball 1. Curveball hangs. Turned on and ripped, but foul. 1-1 as Butcher was geared for that fastball. Slider hangs this time into left field it goes. Right to Bambino, who has a gun. We're going to hold at third. Wrong man to hit it to. Anyone else in that outfield, you can probably score. Next up, Worrymore 0 for 2. Actually, let's check that theory. Hobbs, he has a decent arm. Not as great as Bambino's. Maybe you could have scored on him Walls, you could definitely score on him. He had the weakest arm. 2 down, bases juice for Worrymore, who, I forget what he did last time up. He's up for 2 irregardless. Fastball inside misses, ball 1. Forkball hangs, and Worrymore says, "Thank you very much, sir. That is high, far, and gone into the nest in right field. Grand slam for the rookie Spool Worrymore. His second home run in 3 games. Leads the team now in home runs, and that 4 RBIs extends his team leading total to 7. It is now a 4-3 swing. Buzzards lead. Next up is Cardenas, who's 0 for 2 today, looking to bounce back off that momentum swinger. Thank God Worrymore did it and not her. She would have RBI dud right now. East now goes from locked in to tense in 1 inning as that fastball is inside. Ball 1. That's in the dirt. Heater nowhere near the zone. 2-0. Curveball down, grounded to third. Easy play for Nutmeg, and that's going to end the inning as Cardenas is now 0 for 3. Bottom 5, we take the lead on the grand slam by Worrymore, his second homer of the year. 4-3 to the bottom of the 5th. Jumps, Hobbs, and Bambino hard to line up for Andrews. Hang 'em, we bang 'em. I love your enthusiasm. Next up, Jumps. He'll lead off for the Wild this inning. 1 for 2 today with an RBI double. That fastball hangs, and thank God he didn't swing on the check. 0-1. Curveball down and the way is in the dirt. 1-1. Two-seamer up high. Chased and lined to right field. That's going to end up being a base hit as Jumps manages to get a single out of that. He's 2 for 3. That was a bad ball hit right there. Next up is Wade Hobbs. He's 0 for 2. First pitch slider down and in is nowhere near the zone in the dirt. Ball 1 is Steeler active. Activates for Jumps over at first base. Pick off first. Nothing doing. Two-seamer down and the way is outside. 2-0. Pick off first. Nothing doing. Four-seamer up and in is inside. 3-0. Andrews starting to tire out there. Slider down and in. Grounded to second. Cardenas the short 1. Fielder to first. Double play. 4-6-3. Taylor made. Hobbs is now tense. Base is empty. 2 down for Bambino. He's 0 for 2. First pitch fastball down and the way is check swinged, but low. No swing. 1-0. Two-seamer inside. Doesn't even flinch. 2-0. Slider down and the way in the dirt. 3-0. Four-seamer down and in. Strike called. 3-1. Curveball down and the way. Swung through it in the dirt. Full count. Four-seamer inside, nowhere near the zone. Ball 4. First walk for Andrews today as that extends the inning. Next up is Strauss, who's 0 for 2. Four-seamer up and away. Strike called. 0-1. Curveball middle in. Andrews has it lined in the right field. That's another base hit. Runner going for third. Here comes the throw from Worrymore. Just late. Good throw. First and third, though, with 2 down. Here's Emmon. 2 for 2. 2 singles today. First pitch slider up and away. High, ball 1. Four-seamer up and away. Check swing is outside. 2-0. Curveball down and in is low in the dirt. 3-0. Andrews struggling here. Two-seamer is low, ball 4. Second walk today. Bases loaded. Here's Nutmeg. 1 for 2 with a single. RBI dud activates. Still locked in, though. Can Nutmeg fight through the tense? Not through the tense. Can she fight through the negative trait? That is the question. First pitch two-seamer up and away is lined foul as she was on it, but early. 0-1. Slider up and in is nowhere near the zone. 1-1. Four-seamer down and in. Chase below the knees. 1-2. K-man active for Andrews now. Ball hangs. That's up the middle, base hit. As he left it over the middle of the plate. 1 run scores. The second runner holds. We're tied at 4. Next up, Spiesel. 1 for 2 with a single as Andrews is now tense. I got to give him one more batter. I just want to see him get through the 5th. Four-seamer down and in is low, ball 1. Curveball down and in. Inside. Did not get the call. 2-0. Seamer up and in. Popped up shallow right field. Worrymore in. He's calling for it. Rookie puts it away, and that ends the inning as Andrews gets out of the bases-loaded jam, only giving up 1 run. To the 6th, we're tied up at 4. Doherty, Winkelson, and Fielder due up. Leading off the inning is Merriam Doherty. Third baseman's 0 for 2 today. He's still tense after the grand slam last inning. Curveball hangs, and Doherty says, "Thank you very much. I'm going to give us the lead right back," as Doherty now ties Worrymore for the team lead in home runs. That is her second. Doherty said, "Yeah, I'm the wrong person to hang a breaking ball to." She's all pop. 5-4 now the score as Buzzards retake the lead, and that'll bring up Winkelson 1 for 2 with a single. Thanks, Hoon. Thank you. Oh, I took it down the middle. I looked down to see the chat. Damn it. 0-1. It's okay. We'll get the next one. Fouled off. 0-2. Okay, maybe the next one we'll get. That's a hanger. Forkball hung, and that's a grounder up the middle. And Winkelson's got his 3rd hit today. He's 3 for 3 today, I think. Next up, Fielder 1 for 2 with a single, and Manuel East is done as coming out of the bullpen is former freebooter Ryder McBride. Double switch is coming off as well as Spiesel will exit, and leading off next inning is going to be first baseman Rory Crowds. Crowds was on the wide loads last season. It is his 2nd year with the club. Playing his backup position at first base, and we'll take a look at McBride's numbers. McBride on the year is no record, a 2.45 ERA and a 1.09 WHIP. 1 earned run given up in his 2 appearances this year. One of them a start. They started Ryder McBride. Okay, all right. Something tells me this is not a great strategy here, Coach. Can someone back me up on this one? 3.2 innings pitched, 2 hits surrendered, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Batting average against on the year for McBride is 143. Okay, Ryder, let's see what you got. He's almost fully rested, so I'm assuming that start wasn't recently. First pitch to Fielder is fastball at the letters for a strike. 0-1. Fielder singled last time at the plate. He is 1 for 2. That fastball's up and skied into right field. Winkelson looks at it as Walls makes the catch. He'll retreat to first. 1 down. That is going to bring up Perez. He's 0 for 2 today. Samuel looking for his first hit. Fastball chased away out of the zone. 0-1. Fastball chopped to first. Crowds fields it. Taps the bag. No play at second. 2 down, and that'll bring up the pitcher slot Andrews. He is done after 5 innings. Gives up 10 hits, 2 walks. Strikes out, I believe, 2 batters, if I'm correct in that assumption. I believe it was 2 strikeouts. And he gives up 4 earned runs. No quality start, but he is in line for the win. Pinch hitter coming off the bench is going to be... We got RBI man on, don't we? We're going to go with rookie Bern Oliver, the catcher. Hitting .412 with 4 RBIs in the air. RBI man active for the rookie. Let's see if he can drive it in. Give us some insurance. Lord knows we need it. Fastball middle in on the first pitch is skied into right center field. This should be an easy out. It is as Hobbs makes the catch to end the inning. We are going to make the double switch here. Perez will come off as Oliver will take over duties at catcher. We are going to bring in out of the bullpen. Son of a bitch. Well, shit. Can't be popped, so it's Greenman. We need to save him. Base. It's going to be the rookie Marshall Cuevas. He's proven that he's pitching above his ratings right now. I want to see if that holds true. We're going to double switch here. Crowds, Walls, and jumps due up. Yes, he did. Leading off is part of the double switch last inning. First baseman Rory Crowds, 500 average with an RBI on the year. Cuevas now on, the rookie making his 3rd appearance of the season. Maplepan has actually been pitching like a solid reliever. No record, no ERA, and no WHIP. In his 2 appearances, he's thrown 2 1/3 innings. No hits, no walks, no wild pitches, no home runs, no strikeouts, no nothing. Batting average against is 0. See if he can keep it going here. Faces the wide loads. Crowds his first pitch down and in. It's a fastball for a called strike on the check swing. 0-1. Slider down in the way is nowhere near the zone as it's in the dirt. Good block by Oliver. 1-1. Change up and away. Ooh, floats outside. 2-1. Four-seamer up and in. That is turned on but foul. 2-2. Fastball away, fouled off as crowd stays alive. Change it down and in. That's in the middle of the plate, and that's going to be in the gap to left center field, as that's going to be possibly extra bases. It will, as Winkelson just gets to it. Leadoff double here for Crowds. Got to keep that ball down, Cuevas. Next up is rookie, third-year outfielder, right fielder Dante Walls. Yes, let's figure out what year it is. 1 for 3 today with a triple and a run scored. First pitch, change up, down, low, ball 1. Fastball down and away, fouled off by Walls, 1-1. Four-seamer up and in. Blooper into right center field. That's into no man's land. No one is going to get there. That is going to be a base hit. Winkelson gets it in, but the run will score. It is 5-5, as that was perfectly placed into no man's land. Nothing you can do about that. It is annoying when that happens. It's like I'm facing the herbivores again. Next up is Jeb Jumps. He's 2 for 3 today. Missed what he did, but I know he is an RBI double. Cuevas is already tense. Great. That's fantastic. Fastball away. Jumps, rips it past the diving Doherty into left field. That is 3 straight hits here to start the inning. Next up is center fielder Wade Hobbs. He's 0 for 3 today and tense as he grounded into a double play last time up. First pitch slider down and in is way inside as he backs off the plate. Cuevas looking to find the zone here. Next pitch change up down and the way is low. 2-0. Fastball down and in. Lined in the left field. Hit pretty well. Swiner to the warning track. Will make the catch for the first out. Runners hold. Swiner got it to third in the air. Nice. All the way from the wall. Next up is Bambino 0 for 2. He walked last time up. RBI man is active once again. Last time he had this active, he struck out swinging. His fastball down and the way is fouled off. 0-1. Slider middle in is inside, backing him off the plate, 1-1. Four-seamer up and in is cracked into right center field by Bambino. Hit pretty well. Winkelson to the warning track. Makes the catch and the basket behind his back. I don't think that was intentional. He may have slightly overrun that. First and third now with 2 down as the runner tags. Next up is Harmony Strauss, the catcher, who singled last time at the plate. She is 1 for 3. Cuevas back to neutral mojo, trying to escape his jam. Slider down and in is inside, just missing the corner. 1-0. Fastball up and in, line to center field. Winkelson in, makes the catch, and he does manage to get out of the jam. Good pitching from Cuevas. Bloop single will drive in a run as Walls gets the runner in. 1-1 now. 5-5 to the 7th. Swiner, Butcher, and Morrimore do up. Next up, Swiner. He's 2 for 3 today with 2 singles. Still possibly has a mild concussion, but he's playing through the pain. McBride now locked in after getting out of the jam last inning. Fastball in there for a strike, 0-1. Fastball high on the check, good take, 1-1. Fastball down in the way, blooper to left field. That's going to hang up there for Bambino. 1 down. Next up is Butcher, 1 for 3 day for Aaliyah. Lined out to left field last time up. Fastball up, line to center field. That is going to get down in front of Hobbs, who had no chance. Second hit for Butcher. She's 2 for 4. McBride down to neutral, and that'll bring up Worrymore, who hit the grand slam last time up. He's 1 for 3 today. Got us right back in that game. He's currently locked in as well. Fastball down and in, turned on and line to left field, but that's going to go right to Bambino. 2 down. Cardenas up next. She's 0 for 3. 1 line out, 2 ground outs. Can she get anything done this at bat? Probably not. Fastball inside, ball 1. Fastball low, 2-0. Fastball. Just late on the swing, 2-1. Fastball outside is fouled off, 2-2. It's just been that kind of year for Demi. Fastball high is Chase, skied to right center field. Jumps there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Bottom 7, it's still 5-5. Emmon, Nutmeg, and McBride do up against Cuevas. Here's Emmon. She's 2 for 2 today with 2 singles, and she walked last time at the plate. First pitch fastball up. That's high, ball 1. Fastball middle away. Line to second, right at Cardenas. She'll make the catch. 1 down. Next up is Nutmeg, 2 for 3 today. 2 singles and an RBI. Slider down in the way. Chopped on the ground to second. Backhanded by Cardenas. Easy play. 2 down. Next up is McBride. Pitcher hitless on the air, but he is locked in. He will get to bat. First pitch fastball down the middle is chopped up the middle to second. Cardenas knocks it down on the dive. That was probably unnecessary, as that's an infield single for McBride, his first hit of the year. Keeps the inning alive for Crowds, who doubled last time up. He's 1 for 1, and he's also scored a run. First pitch slider down in the way. Strike called. Cuevas gets ahead. Four-seamer down and in. Swung over it. 0-2. Change up and in. Chased it. Strike 3. First career punch out for Marshall Cuevas as he gets out of the 7th. To the 8th, we're still tied at 5. Daugherty, Winkelson, and Fielder do up with the pitcher slot up 4th this inning. Daugherty leads off. She cracked a hanging curveball into the right field seats last time up. She's 1 for 3 today with the solo homer. McBride still locked in. Chasing a fastball high, 0-1. Changeup down and in. She's out in front, 0-2. And she chases a changeup below the knees. First pitch, first strikeout of the game for McBride. 1 down. That'll bring up Winkelson, 2 for 3 today with 2 singles. Fastball inside for a strike, going 1. Fastball outside is chased, 0-2 the count. Fastball up and away, chopper to second, easy play for jumps, 2 down. That is going to bring up Ian Fielder. He's 1 for 3 today with a single. Fastball at the knees, hitting the hole past the diving Crowds into right field. That is a base hit. Second hit for Fielder today. He's 2 for 4, and that keeps the inning alive here for the pitcher slot, Cuevas. We will pinch hit for him. Coming off the bench to pinch hit is going to be I'm feeling lucky. We're going to go with Eduardo Electro here. 200 average on the year for Eduardo with 1 RBI. Fastball down low, ball 1. Fastball up is off the end of the bat and fouled off, 1-1. Fastball down and in, swung late, 1-2. Fastball at the knees, lined in the gap, left center field. Will that get down? Yes, it will. Bambino gives chase. On his way to third, coming around, here comes the runner. Cut off by Emin, here's the relay throw. It is late. Fielder scores. It's an RBI double for his counterpart, Eduardo Electro, as the backup shortstop brings him in. Next up is Oliver, catcher 0 for 1 today, flew out the center field. RBI man active once again for the rookie. McBride no longer locked in as he's starting to tire now, up near the 30 pitch mark. Fastball at the knees, lined right to Crowds, and that ends the inning. Unlucky. Electro will stay in the game as he will double switch out with Cardenas. We are going to go to Arjun Greenman out of the bullpen with a lead. Cardenas, coming up 5th this inning, has not done much this year, so we will take her out. 6-5 now to the bottom of the 8th. Walls, Jumps, and Hobbs top the lineup up for the Wideboats. Walls on the day. He's 2 for 4. He has tripled and singled today, driving in a run. Walls will be pinch hit for by shortstop Chimo Gaspar. It was tense, but he does negate the specialist advantage Greenman would have had against Walls. Power's left-hander also activates here for Gaspar. He's only hitting $133 on the year with tense mojo currently. Greenman's numbers on the season look like such. That's the wrong team. Okay. Greenman here has only made 1 appearance. No record, a 0 ERA, and an 0.43 whip. He got the save in that appearance, throwing 2 1/3 innings, giving up 1 hit, and striking out 3 batters. Batting average against 125 on the year. And we're also going to move Electro to shortstop, his natural position, moving Fielder with utility over to second. All right. Greenman versus Gaspar. Power's left-hander active. Let's see what we can do. First pitch slider down and in is fouled off by Gaspar. 0-1 as I knew he was going to go for fastball first. 2-seamer up and in is inside. 1-1. Fastball down and the way is a strike called. 1-2. Slider down and in. Lined into center field. Winkelson to his right. He'll make the easy catch. 1 down. Next up is second baseman Jeb Jumps, who's locked in, 3 for 4. He's doubled, driving in a run. He's also singled twice today, currently locked in. Specialist will be active here for Greenman. First pitch four-seamer up and away is a strike called. 0-1. Slider down and in is ripped foul. 0-2. Two-seamer down and away. Outside and low. 1-2. Slider up and away. Fouled off. Jump stays alive. Count remains at 1-2. Four-seamer coming up and in. Inside. 2-2. Slider down and away. Fouled off again. Jump stays alive. Two-seamer down and in. Lined up the middle. That is a base hit as it phases through Greenman's body. Thankfully, we don't need an injury now. Jumps on with his 4th hit today. He is 4 for 5. One of those thorns in your side you just can't get rid of. Wade Hobbs due up next. He's 0 for 4 today. Intense. Specialist would have been active, but coming off the bench is right fielder Naru Bwanga. Tense currently, but that's why he's on the bench. He's now coming off the bench to hit. 222 average. Nothing on the year for him. Right fielder looking to drive in the runner with Steeler over there at first base. Pick off first, nothing doing. First pitch four-seamer down in the way is fouled off by Wanga. 0-1. Slider up and in is way inside. 1-1. Two-seamer down and in. That's line to third. Doherty dives, and it's under her body into left field. That is unlucky. First and second now with one down as the pinch hitter reaches. Next up is Bambino. He's 0 for 3 today with a walk. Big spot for Hoven. He flew out to right center field on the warning track last time up. His specialist is once again active for Greenman. First pitch two-seamer up and in. Bambino fouls it back. 0-1. Four-seamer down and in. Runners go. Throw to third is dropped by Doherty. I think he was safe anyway. That is a stolen base each for Wanga and Jumps. Jumps is first of the year, and for Wanga, that's his second of the year. He's 2 for 2. Jumps is 1 for 1. 1-1 the count to Bambino here. Two-seamer up and away. That's fouled off. 1-2. Slider down and away. Check swing. It's outside. 2-2. Four-seamer down in the way. Swung through it. Strike 3. Punch out for Greenman is first. 2 down. Next up is Strauss with the specialist active again. 1 for 4 day for Strauss at the catcher position. Composed outside pitch active. Okay. Fastball up and in. Good take. 1-0. Two-seamer up and in. Inside. 2-0. Fastball middle in. That's a strike. 2-1. Slider middle in. That's inside. 3-1. Composed now active for Greenman. Two-seamer middle in. Swung through it. Full count. Two-seamer up. Taken high. Good eye. Ball 4. Bases loaded now. First walk of the day for Greenman, and that'll bring up Emmon, who's 2 for 3. 2 singles and a walk. Big spot for the shortstop. First pitch slider middle in is ripped foul. Way out in front. 0-1. Four-seamer away. Check swing strike. It's quickly 0-2. Two-seamer up and away. Outside. Nowhere into the zone. 1-2. Four-seamer down and in. Swung through it. Strike 3. Greenman gets the strikeout and he keeps the lead. 2 strikeouts in the inning to the 9th. It's 6-5. Swiner, Butcher, and Warrymore due up as Greenman clutches up. Next up is Swiner. He's 2 for 4 today with 2 singles. Gaspar will exit as coming off the bench to play left field is Prince Prize, which will move Bambino over to right field, his natural position. And that means Wanga will have to stay in the game in center field. McBride now locked in again as he'll face Swiner. Changeup away is outside, ball 1. Fastball away is a strike called, 1-1. Changeup down and in, rip foul, 1-2 to Buck. Fastball at the knees, fouled off as he stays alive. Fastball up and away, lined up the middle. 3rd hit today for Buck as that's another single. He is 3 for 4. Good job, Buck. Good job. Someone else is going to step up. He's finally, accepted the role of, I need to be good now. I'm not going to be bailed out of this anymore. I need to be the leader. A very good observation, Hoon. I appreciate that. Butcher up next. She's 2 for 4 today with 2 singles. Fastball up and in is a strike, going 1. That's inside, 1-1. Change up at the knees, chop to third. Backhanded by Nutmeg to second, 1. Jumps to first, late on the relay. Butcher beats it out on the fielder's choice. 1 down, and that'll bring up Worrymore, 1 for 4 with a grand slam today. Flew out to left field last time up, so no longer locked in as that changeup is low from McPride, ball 1. Fastball middle in, lined in his center field, base hit for Worrymore. He is 2 for 5. First and second now with 1 down, and Greenman due up next. We have to pinch hit for him, unfortunately, as McPride will exit. Coming out of the game is our former closer, Klaus the Game, who was with us the last 2 seasons. Pinch hitter off the bench is going to be, we're going to go with Carter Mahoney, the right fielder. Pinch hitter will come on. We'll take a quick look at the game stats on the season. Klaus, of course, was with us for the latter half of Season 3 and the playoffs. He was also only with us for the playoffs in Season 2. The game is 0-1 on the year with a 10.13 ERA and a 2.63 whip. 3 earned runs given up in 2 appearances, 1 save recorded, 2 2/3 innings, 4 hits surrendered, 1 homer, 3 walks and 3 strikeouts, batting average against .333. He'll be facing Mahoney, who is 1 for 1 on the year with an RBI double. His 1 pinch hit appearance this season. Curveball hangs on the first pitch, and that's lined deep to center field, but it goes right to Wanga, who makes the catch. 2 down. Mahoney was ready. He guessed he got the location right. He just unlucky. That'll bring up the rookie Daugherty. She struck out swinging last time up. She is, however, 1 for 4 with a solo home run. Game looking to get out of the jam. Curveball hangs. Daugherty to center field. That's pretty deep, but it's the wrong part of the park. Wanga to run it down, and that ends the inning. Okay, so what do we do with Mahoney? Do we leave him in, or do we sub him off? I think we have to sub him off here. We are going to go to... We don't have an option here. We got to go to the rookie pewter base. Bottom 9, it's 6-5. Nutmeg, the pitcher slot, and crowds due up. Bottom 3 in the lineup are the last chance for the wide loads. And we got the worst reliever in our bullpen this year. Fuck. Nutmeg leading off. Third baseman 2 for 4 today. 2 singles and an RBI. She is currently locked in, facing the rookie Pewter Base. Pewter Base, not a great year start to his rookie campaign. In his 2 appearances, he's taken the loss twice out of the bullpen. 43.88 ERA, that is not a typo. 13 earned runs given up with a 6 whip in 2 2/3 innings. 14 hits surrendered, 2 homers, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. His batting average against is .700. None of that is a typo. He's been historically bad to start his career. Okay, base. You're all I got. Let's see what we can do. First pitch, 2-seamer down and away is a check swing strike. Going 1. Slider down, low, 1-1. Fastball up and in. Lined at the middle. That is a base hit as Nutmeg will poke it through, and she is now the tying run to lead off the inning. And base is rattled after 1 batter. Pitcher slot due up next. It's the Game. Who's the pinch hitter? Hank Hart, our former catcher from last season. Hart hitting .316 with 2 RBIs. He is locked in and currently strained at the moment, facing the rattled bases. First pitch, 4-seamer away is fouled off, 0-1. Throw ball in the dirt, bounces, good block by Oliver, 1-1. 2-seamer middle in, runner goes, it's chased, throw down by Oliver, in time to nail Nutmeg to the wall, 1 down. That was a botched hit and run thanks to a wild pitch. Love to see it. Nutmeg's first attempt to steal this year. She is now 0 for 1. 1-2 to count the Hart. 4-seamer away, chased and fouled off. 1-2. Game inactive for base here. Slider outside, nowhere near the zone. 2-2. 2-seamer down and in, Ryan foul. Still 2-2. Throw ball in the dirt. Lined up the third base line. Daugherty dives, makes the stop, has to hurry. She will get it there to get Hart. 2 down. Nice play. Oh, the base mode trouble. God damn it. You've got that song stuck in my head now, Hoon. Damn it. I'm going to be listening to that all night. Crowd's up next. He's 1 for 2 today. He has the last chance for the wide loads. Now, for base, this is how his last appearance started. He got the first 2 outs and then proceeded to, get absolutely deleted from the server. Let's see if he can fight through his anxiety and get the job done. Fastball up and away, fouled off, 0-1. He chased it outside. Next pitch, curveball down and in. Check swing in the dirt, 1-1. Two-seamer up and in, check swing inside, 2-1. Slider up and away, Crowds fouls it off, 2-2. Came in active again. Four-seamer up and in, chased it inside, strike 3, pewter base, overcomes the nerves and gets the save and the strikeout to end the inning. Buzzards win 6-5. You're welcome, it gave him courage, GG. Thank you, Boone. I appreciate it. We'll just have to play that song every time he comes out. That'll make him happy. 6-5, the final. Buzzards managed to eke out the 1-run victory here, thanks in large part to a couple of clutch home runs and a late run in the 8th. Oh, thank God. Big day for the top of the lineup. Worrimer obviously had the big home run, the grand slam. Doherty had the solo homer. And Electro, the pinch hit RBI single. Of all the batters, it's Eduardo Electro off the bench to get it done. 3 hits also for Buck Swiner and 2 hits for Butcher at the top of the lineup. Winkelson continues his trend of getting 2 hits a game, and Ian Fielder also gets 2 hits as well. On the other side for the wide loads, RBIs today, Dante Walls on a single, Jeb Jones on a double, RBI single for Kieran Nutmeg, I believe, as well, and then 2 RBIs for Manuel East, 1 on a sac bunt, and 1 on an RBI single. Manuel East, the team leader in RBIs for the game. That is something you don't see every day. Game of the year so far, I will give you that one. Pitching lines, PJ Andrews, 5 innings pitched, 10 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, no decision for PJ. Marshall Cuevas gets his first career victory out of the bullpen. 2 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 1 strikeout. You'll love to see it. Arjun Greenman pitches the 8th inning. He got into some jams with a walk and 2 hits, but he struck out 2 batters to get out of it. And then Pewter Base puts the Demons away as he gives up a hit, but strikes out a batter and gets a nice thrown out runner, trying to steal second, to earn his first career save. And gets his ERA down by almost 12 points. On the other side, Manuel East in his revenge game goes 5 innings, 9 hits, 5 earned runs, 2 home run balls given up. He gets a no decision. Ryder McBride will take the loss as No Junk Havanass goes 3 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 1 strikeout. He falls to 0-1, and Klaus the Game, our former closer, gets the last 2 outs of the game. Player of the game, Spool Worrymore, had 2 hits, one of them a big grand slam. Following him is Jeb Junts with the 4-hit day, RBI double and a stolen base to boot. And then Dante Walls, the 3rd place finisher, 2 for 4 day. He had a triple, an RBI single, and a run scored. Not bad at all. That's how you end a losing streak, by having one of the best games of the season. Everything came full circle. Can we, now with a tired bullpen, can we win the next game? That's the question. We won't worry about that now, though. Alrighty, let's go ahead and look at these player development things and see if anything pops up here. Spud Bernard is released by the Crocodons here for veteran Carlton Starr as they cut some cap there. Crocodons not looking, they're actually in contention, so they went a tit-for-tat move here. They just needed some money back. Arjun Greenman gets +1 accuracy after that nice 2 strikeout performance to escape the jam, and then Ian Fielder gets +1 speed. Everything's coming up Millhouse. Alrighty, let's sim it to the next game. Only 2 games here in the sim today. Heaters trying to get their first win here of the season against the division-leading Overdogs. Can they get it done? I really hope they do, because I'd like to see the Overdogs lose, but of course the Overdogs shut them out 6-0. Heaters now fall to 0-6, and the Crocodons shut out the Nemesis after the shortstop signing, a improved 4-3 on the year. So we are still chasing the top 2 teams in the division who do win this episode. Jacks do not play. We are now tied with them, but are losing in run differential. And the Nemesis are now 1-6, not looking so hot, and they're probably already out of the playoffs. Heaters 0-6 on the year, still looking for their first win and still can't get it done. No one on the Super Conference plays. Love to see it. Alrighty. Next game up, it's going to be against the division-leading Grapplers, who are 5-1. On the mound first will be rookie left-hander Emily Bonventre, 1-0 with a 5.40 ERA and a 1.50 WHIP. On the mound for the Grapplers will be Hannah Hogswind. No record, a 2.45 ERA and a 1.64 WHIP. If you remember, Hogsman was an original member of the Buzzards. She was back with us here in year 1. Did not make it into the playoffs despite pitching reasonably well during the regular season. I wouldn't say it was out of this world, but it was passable at the time. Alright, let's look at player development options, see what we got here. Ooh, that's a big one for Winkelson right there. Contact and fielding on stimulants. Ooh, that's a big one. Dumb one for base. We're going to let this one die. This one for pops we can't afford, unfortunately, so this one will probably be gone. Mahoney, this one will be here next time, but that is a pretty solid upgrade as well. But he is a bench player. We'll keep that in mind. Bonventre, ooh, good junk one for here for Compose. She would definitely need that. And then this one for Daugherty, she could use the contact, honestly. She doesn't run well to begin with, so I can sacrifice whatever speed she has. These are 4 good ones. I'm going to have a tough time choosing between the 4 of them. But all 4 of them will be here next time, and we don't need to waste our money right now, so we're just going to save and wait for next episode. Alright, let's set the lineup here and call it a day. Leading off next game, once again, will be Buck Swiner out in left field. Then it'll be Butcher at first base. Following him or her will be right fielder Spool Wormore, who is locked in coming off the Grand Slam. Batting fourth back in the lineup will be rookie catcher Bern Oliver. Cardenas is not going to bat this game. We are going to put Nathaniel Hurls in. He will get the start at second base to try and get her to fix her mojo. Figure out whatever's wrong with her. We're going to put Daugherty in the 5 slot once again, as she did homer there today. Then we are going to put Fielder out there in the 6th slot. Hurls will bat 7th. Winkelson will round us out at 8th, and then Bonventre will finish it off in the 9th slot. Why can't you get those? Damn, that's fair. That's a fair observation. I think the game just likes me. I don't know why. I don't pray to any gods for it. They just, they want me to have it. And that's going to do it for this episode, guys. Buzzards have arguably the game of the year today, winning 6-5 in 9 innings. Big output on the power numbers from Wormore and Daugherty as both of them go yard. Eduardo, our bunch player, chips in and pinch hits an RBI single, and our rookie relievers in the bullpen step up big, one getting their first career victory and the other one getting his first career save and actually not giving up a run in one of his appearances. It was great to see. We end our losing streak. We're now back at 500. Can we keep it going against the division-leading grapplers next time out? I don't know. We'll have to tune in next time to find out. If you made it this deep in the video, guys, obviously thank you all so much for the support. If you're over here on Twitch, go ahead and follow the channel and be updated next time I upload a stream. And over here on YouTube, if you haven't already, leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Link in the description for Twitch down below. Until next time, this is the Nasty One, signing off.